Hey, what's up, everybody? We're live on YouTube. I just wanted to come live really quick because every single day at 1:05 p.m. Eastern Time, I'm going live to give you a mini Mario Mastermind session. It's a free session to give you inspiration, pump up your day, give you motivation, but also cover one particular theme, one particular topic. Today, I'm talking about how you need to prepare and create for a new work routine from home. Many of you have been displaced due to the coronavirus. Many of you may now be working from home for the very first time on a consistent basis, and this is going to be new, uncharted territory for you. So I want to jump right in and give you 3 tips that over the years of working from home, building a company, hiring people, creating shows, winning Emmys, from doing a lot of that from home, we've come up with a system that really works for us. Now, the first thing is, if you don't have a dedicated space for a workstation, then these tips are really, really going to help you, because most of us that aren't used to working from home do not have a dedicated home working space. Even if you do have a dedicated home working space, I think there's one of the 3 tips that may interest you. So I'm going to start first with the first one. The very first one is, do not change the deadlines of your routine. In other words, make sure that you're still getting up and going to work as if you're still going into the office. So that means you still wake up, you still take a shower, you still get dressed, and you still act like the deadlines that you're going to the office. Here's the one benefit. Being that all of us now, or many of us rather, are being able to telecommute or work from home because companies have decided to reduce the amount of social gatherings, or maybe you're even doing your own self-quarantine or just a little bit more isolation. Due to that, that means you don't have to do the commute. So this should also mean that you could get more rest, that you could get a little bit more sleep. So that's a side benefit of this, that you can actually maybe get another half hour, maybe get an hour, get those 7 to 8 hours of actual rest. Either way, if your normal workday starts at 9 a.m., I want you to start working from home in your new routine at 9 a.m. So get prepared, start your day like you would normally start any other day if you were going into the office. All right, now tip number 2. Tip number 2 is very important because this is more psychological than anything. Tip number 2 refers to how you should dress. You should not immediately say, okay, great, I get to work from home, I'm putting on the PJs. This is not your wardrobe come Monday. This is not the wardrobe. I don't want to see anybody in a onesie with a laptop. Like, that's not it, okay? Here's the deal. If you decide to put on pajamas or sweatpants or just be bummy throughout the day, you're going to feel bummy, you're going to be less productive, and you've told your brain that you are now doing work in your relaxed clothing. You're now doing work in your relaxed gear. So now it starts to get blurry. Am I relaxing or am I working? And then when you put on the pajamas, it's no difference. When work is over and you put on the PJs or you put on the sweats, it's no difference because you were just working in that same type of clothing. So it's very important psychologically to actually get dressed. Take the shower, put on the clothes, put on the shoes, get dressed. Now, ladies, do what my wife does. Not all the time does she put on the full makeup. I get that because that's an extra step. But sometimes she'll just put a little bit of powder on. Or sometimes she'll just say, you know what? I'm just going to put my lips on. She just does a little thing just to make her feel like, look, I took my shower, I put on my work clothes, let me just do the lips. All right, so whatever it is for you, the point is to get into work mode by being dressed for work. All right, that's tip number 2. All right, now, and tip number 3 is really important because tip number 3 really points to not only the routine, but it sets up another video that I'm going to be talking about more in depth. And that is picking the location of where you work from. You need to survey your home environment and identify where are the spaces that you get the best energy. Where are the spaces that you think you could do work from? Now, I'm going to do another video on this tomorrow about really identifying that space, picking it, and how you can choose it effectively. But you want to start thinking about this in advance because you cannot just work sporadically throughout the different areas of your house. The last tip on this whole thing about the routine. Your routine will now be different. You will be home. The refrigerator will be there. The kids may be there. Distractions may be there. So you're going to really be easier for you to be distracted in this new routine. So what you really need to do is make sure that you're preparing yourself to isolate workspace and work time and be effective with that workspace work time, but also minimize the amount of distractions in advance for you. And so one little tip about your new routine is to do something called the Pomodoro Technique. The Pomodoro Technique is a way for you to work on one project or one task and only work on that task for 25 minutes straight. No distractions, no pings on the computer, no yelling for mommy to give me a breakfast sandwich, like none of that stuff going on. 25 minutes of straight focus on one task. And then you get to give yourself a 5-minute break after you've done that task. During that 5-minute break, get up, walk around, grab some water, do something for the kid, make that phone call, deal with the dog, like whatever that is, do it in 5 minutes, time yourself on those 5 minutes, and then go back to work to do another 25-minute interval. That way, every 25 minutes, you know you're going to get a 5-minute break, but every 25 minutes, you know you're going to be very focused and zoned in. All right, so those are my quick tips on creating a new routine to get you ready. In summary, tip number 1, make sure that you get up on time and meet your deadlines and start your workday like you would normally start it, the time you would normally start it. Tip number 2, do not put on the PJs, get dressed for work. Tip number 3, survey your space to identify the best places for the energy where you can be most productive. And tip number 4, reduce distractions and get more focus on your work by using the Pomodoro Technique. I hope these 4 tips really help you out with creating a new routine for this new environment, this new challenge that we're all facing and many of us are going through. Stay safe, keep your family first and foremost. Much love to all of you, and I hope that you all stay well and can really make this shift possible. Now, for those of you that are watching on YouTube right now, put some comments in there because I'm going to jump in and answer any questions that you may have. So go ahead and type those questions up, put any comments in, any thoughts, anything you may need advice on, and make sure you're subscribing and following this channel. We have a ton of content on this channel already, but we have so much more coming, and I'm so excited because the Never Settle show, the big show that we produce, the big talk show that we produce is coming to this YouTube channel in about a little over 2 weeks. So I want you all to get ready for that because we think these episodes are going to be magnificent and really help you live your best life and push yourself to your maximum potential. All right, with that said, I wanted to make this short and quick and jump in every day on YouTube right here on the Never Settle Network, 1:05 p.m. Eastern Time. I'll be hopping in to do these live sessions and live masterminds to give you quick tips to help you during these challenging times. Everything from mindfulness, everything to new routines, reducing stress, coming up with new ways to earn income, virtual services that you can do, ways that you can take your talents and put them online and get paid for them, all types of new ideas to help you during these different times. All right, share this out if you found value in it, and make sure you hit me in the comments so I can follow up with you, all right? Okay, peace, never settle.